Hello everyone, Jeremy here, and in this video I'm going to show you the pricing options that will become available to you if you buy a Blacklight Prime membership on the PlayStation 4 for Blacklight Retribution. So what is a Prime membership? Well, a Prime membership is this right here. As you can see, I already own it. But what it does is it unlocks GP permanent pricing for all items. What this means is that instead of having to use the Z coins to permanently purchase things like armor, weapons, weapon parts, and different customization options like that, instead you can use the in-game currency GP that you earn just from playing the game, and you'll get more as you play longer, and if you do exceptionally well in the match, you'll get even more GP that way. So the Prime membership is $5 and it's a one-time only purchase. You do not have to worry about paying $5 every month. It's not a subscription. It's just a one-time deal. You give Zombie Studios $5. They let you buy most things with GP. You can't buy all things with GP. And I'm just going to show you the types of prices that you can look forward to. Now, when you buy this Prime membership, they'll also give you a good handful of extra GP currency to spend on whatever you want. When I first started this, I had maybe about 1,888 GP, and then after I bought the Prime membership, it went up to somewhere over 4,000. So I don't know the exact number of GP they give you for being a Prime member, but you will get extra GP to spend. So let's take a look at some of these prices. I'm still using equipment that I have rented previously, but if you wanted to purchase something like the compound bow that I know some people are enjoying permanently with GP, is going to cost you 7,000 GP to own this permanently. And of course, if you're going to use the premium currency, the Z coins, it'll cost you 35 of them to rent it for a day, or 300 to have it permanently. 300 roughly comes out to maybe about $3. So it's cheap, but when you start adding in more weapons and more customization, then of course the money that you spend will increase incrementally and then exponentially. So 7,000 GP is going to be permanent, and that's pretty much the standard for many of these weapons. Not all of them though. You see, I can't access this combat rifle because my level isn't high enough, but if we can look behind the transparent level 8 lock, you see that this is 5,000 GP to have that permanently. The burst fire rifle, also 5,000. This M4X rifle, also 5,000. We scroll down a little bit into the anti-material rifle, 5,000. Tactical SMG, 5,000. So pretty much everything here for permanent weapons, if you want to unlock them permanently forever and ever, with the exception of the compound bow, looks like you're going to be spending around 5,000 GP in real game in-game currency in order to do that. Now, how long will it take you to actually get 5,000 GP? Well, it really just depends. Now, it will take you a decent amount of matches to get, and it's something that unless you play this game religiously, you probably won't get in a typical game day. But you'll tend to earn maybe around 110 to maybe about 150, maybe 175 GP per match, depending on the type of match that you do and how well you do. If you're playing quite average, then yeah, you can expect to get maybe somewhere between 120 and 150 for every match, and just keep adding that up over match, over match, over match, over match, and then that's when you'll get to 5,000. Now, the accessories are really what make up the weapons, because the weapons themselves are cool, but it's what you add to them that make them truly effective. So let's check out some muzzles. This is the Briar dampening muzzle. And to unlock this, of course, it's going to be a lot cheaper than unlocking a permanent weapon. It's 2,000 GP for this muzzle. Vulcan power brake, also 2,000 to have it permanently. And the rest of these muzzles seem to be exactly the same. 2,000 GP to unlock muzzles. 2,000 GP, again, it will take you maybe through a couple of days worth of playing this game. You can get yourself up to 2,000 GP, and this is just me going off my own experience, because I tend not to play for long periods of time. But if you're playing this for 3-4 hours at a time, oh yeah, you're going to get these pretty reasonably fast. Now let's look at some scopes. Once again, 2,000 seems to be the default permanent pricing in GP for both the muzzles and the scopes. Take a look at the stocks. Stocks also same thing. I'm just selecting them at random here. 2000. That seems to be what you're going to get out of that. Moving on to mags. Mags are also 2000. Don't have too many mags to choose from, but yeah, those are also 2000. Moving on to barrels, and I suppose I don't have to keep backing out. I could have just moved across like that. But anyway, barrels also 2000 to unlock those permanently. And then there are some things that you cannot purchase with GP, and one of those things just happen to be these weapon tags here. You can only purchase these with the premium currency, which is the Z coins. So these will cost you about $1 a piece, these customized tags here. So you cannot buy those with the GP. Now, when it comes to the secondary weapons, your pistols and shotguns and whatnot, they're going to be cheaper than the primary weapon, but more expensive than the attachment. So we're looking at $3,500 for the shotgun, but if you're more of a handgun pistol kind of person, $3,500 for that, $3,500 for this burst fire pistol, $3,500. That's what you're looking for, $3,500. And just like with the different attachments for your primary weapons, these are all the same scopes and everything. So you're going to be spending yourself $2,000 permanently of GP to get those. And let's move on to the armor. Armor's pretty much the most expensive out of the bunch. 7,000 permanent GP in order to get this. 7,000 for the body armor, and for the head armor, it's the same thing. 7,000 permanently. If you want the head armor, that's how much you're going to pay. And same thing for your leg armor. Your leg armor is also going to be 7,000. So it's not necessarily what I would call cheap, but yeah, this is what you have to deal with. 7,000. Now, the good thing about the rental system is, since 7,000 GP, is going to take some work to get to. If you're not completely sure whether you like a weapon or a piece of armor or an accessory or just the combination of things that you have on your character, that's what the rental period is for. You just spend yourself 120 to 175 GP, keep it for a day, see how you like it, and if you do, then you can go ahead and buy it permanently if you don't want to keep renting it. Overall, I think that it is cheaper to just rent it day after day after day after day, because you'll have a lot more money to go around, and you can also maybe perhaps feel good about yourself knowing that you helped out a studio that made a game that you may be getting a lot of hours out of without paying anything. So throwing $5 their way, why not? So before we wrap this up, let's take a look at some of this gear, how much the gear costs, like the EMP grenade. I don't want to accidentally unequip that. 4,000 for this combat knife Mark II. 4,000 for the melee protection gear. 4,000 for this heat grenade, the breach hammer. 4,000. So everything here is going to be 4,000 for you to have permanently, and those are for your gear slots. The character skins are something else that you can only buy with the premium currency. So if you want to change the way that your camouflage looks, it's going to cost you 50 of the Z coins in order to change the way that you look in your camo. And if you want the skins completely changing the way that your character looks, giving them a unique look, 500 GP a piece unless they are on sale, like Lazarus B. Hines here. Which is 300 GP to have it permanently, so basically $3, while everyone else is $5, and you cannot rent these, and you cannot purchase them even temporarily with GP. It's going to be all Z coins, so you can buy most things with GP, not all. You cannot do skins, you cannot do weapon tags, but you can do all the weapons, and you can do all of their attachments, and you can do all of your helmets, your body armor, and your leg armor. So once again, $5 on the PlayStation Network to purchase the Blacklight Prime membership that will unlock permanent pricing options for most items using GP and not the premium Z coin currency. So if that seems like a good deal to you, go for it. That's not a lot of money, and you'll help out the developer. You help them out, they help us out, give us more stuff to do in the game. So take that as you will. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I will talk to you later.